So I want to buy a new truck, right? Let me school you guys on some game over here because this just recently happened to a coworker of mine and it's happened to a couple of friends of mine. And it's a quick way to lose 5, 10, 15, 20,000 racks like this, man. So you want a new truck. Let's say this truck is worth 40 racks, right? So here you go, man. This represents what this truck is worth. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30. And let me go get some more. And that's $40,000 right here, right? So in order for you to walk away with this truck from the dealership, you have to come up with a dough. I said that's a 10. That's 20. That's 30. And that's 40, right? After you get done negotiating everything, all right, what are you going to do? You're going to take a loan out of this. That's what most people do because most people just don't have that amount of money just lying around, right? So this is what is owed to the dealership on the truck. So what do? You come in with $5,000 of your own for your down payment. So that's 5 racks over here. Now you owe about $35,000. They're gonna finance you after you're done with finance. And guess what, bro? You're kind of back to owing 40 grand in this truck. So now you, no chemical, you out of here. You drive your truck off of the dealership, right? This is the money that you owe to the finance company right here. You right now owe $40,000, right? You're gonna make your $400 or $500 a month payment. You also have full coverage, which any car that's being financed, you have to have full coverage on. If not, they will not give you that car. So, of course, you hear, hey, let me get full coverage, and you're fucking driving around the block, going cruising, showing everybody new Ramfla, everything's going great, bro. You're making your payments. You got a good holiday. You have done everything that you are supposed to do as an adult by buying this car and taking care of business. But then what happens? You get some vato that's all drunk on the block, and bam, homie, you don't mess up your Ramfla, homie. Your truck's upside down, and you're also financially upside down. You just don't know it yet. So thank God nobody's hurt, right? That guy gets arrested, goes for his DUI. You're looking at your troca. Your troca is done, homie. It's total loss. They hit you on the side. They've bent the frame. There is no way that truck's going to be able to, be fixed without being a salvage. You, in your head, you're like, well, you know what it is. It's tough, but I got full coverage, homie. I'm good. Well, let me tell you, you may not be good. And for some of you people who know this, it's okay, homie. You can know. This is for the people who don't know. Right now, let's say you owe that 40 racks, right? Let's say within the last year and a half, you have made your payments down. You take 10 out of the equation. Well, let's take this full 10 out of the equation, right? So now you've got what you owe the finance company is 10, 20, $30,000, what you still owe on this truck. So you're like, all right, no big deal. They're going to give me a check. I'm going to pay off the truck, and then I'm going to go and look for another vehicle. Well, when you get the personnel that comes out, looks at your car, and tells you what it's worth, they tell you your truck's worth now $20,000. You still may not get it. You're just like, all right, well, the truck's worth 20 grand, whatever. They're going to pay it off. And then they give you a check, or most likely they send a check over to the finance company for $10,000, $20,000, homie. All right, so you're like, all right, they got paid for their car. But there's still 10 grand owed on this car because the finance company or the insurance company only gave the finance 20. That means there's still an outstanding balance of $10,000, 5 and 5, right? But you say to yourself, wait a minute, I had full coverage. My car is, I'm covered. Well, if you don't have gap insurance, you are not fully covered. Gap insurance, what it does is it fills in that gap for when you're upside down on your loan, which means you owe more on that loan than it's what it's worth. So this truck that you still owe 30 grand is only worth $20,000 in the blue book. That means you owe 10 more grand. That means you are going to get a bill from the finance company every month, like a regular car payment, until you pay off that $10,000. And you may say, but that ain't fair. Well, nobody said it's fair. Life is not fair. These are the loopholes that a lot of people get stuck on, and then you're stuck paying that bill. A coworker of mine, like I said at the beginning of the video, he is upside down $15,000 on a car. They total lost the car. Somebody hit him from behind. It had nothing to do with his fault. And we had that conversation. Told him, you got gap insurance? He's like, yeah, I got full coverage. I got everything. And lo and behold, he did not have gap insurance. So now he's on the hook for that $15,000. And all he had to do is when he purchased that car, you could either put the gap insurance on the insurance or you can pay the payment. Usually gap insurance, I believe, is from $500 to $700 flat. That's it. That is what you're paying. You're paying an insurance on top of your finance insurance saying that if this car is upside down, you guys will take care of that gap money that's in there, right? If you would have had that gap insurance, you're not going to owe this $10,000. They're going to pay it off for you. And that is one thing that many people just don't know about it. I almost found out the hard way, but luckily I was not upside down on my vehicle. Therefore, I didn't need gap insurance. If you put enough down payment, then you don't need gap insurance. But if you don't, which most people don't, then most likely you are upside down in your vehicle. So if you are upside down in your vehicle, make sure if you don't have it, make sure to call your insurance company and ask them, hey, do I have gap insurance? Because this is something that will catch you slipping, and you're going to be owing $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, if not more. And this is just some game that I want to show you people because, like I said, a lot of us are not educated in certain finance, are not educated in certain insurance, are not educated as much in the game as we should be. But the way we educate ourselves is like this. Somebody like myself, I'm telling you guys tell somebody else, you guys tell some people in your family, and then more and more we start covering our butts and not getting caught slipping, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just for educational purposes only. It's not written in stone what they're going to charge and all that. So don't get in the comment section and say, no, it's not this and that. Bottom line, people, if you are upside down in your car, get gap insurance so you don't get caught slipping. With that, we're out. This is the American Cholo Podcast.